Alrighty, YouTube. So in today's video, I just want to cover up the misinformation going around about Black Clover and just really go into depth about what's actually going on with the series. It's not getting canceled, newsflash. So this is what's really going on. But before I go and explain that, I just want to explain how this video is going to be formatted. I'm first going to go over the facts, which is just the sheer facts of the information. No speculation, no headcanon, no doom information of any kind. We are just going to go over the sheer facts of the matter. Then after that, I would clearly tell you when we're going to speculation, in my opinion. But further ado, let's get into the sheer fact. So, Black Clover is now off of Weekly Shonen Jump. It is not canceled. It is not moved off of there because it wasn't doing well enough. Not because it's getting axed. None of that. The reason why Black Clover is now off of Weekly Shonen Jump is due to the creator. Due to his health issues, his family health issues, with him being taking breaks lately due to these complications. He had shows of his own free will, his own thoughts about doing this. So he came up with this idea. So he wanted to. So Black Clover's Tabata, the author of Black Clover, Tabata, is not being forced off of Weekly Shonen Jump. His own statement, he stated clearly that he'd been talking to the editorial team and the workers at Shonen Jump publishers for a while now to be moved to Giga. So Black Clover is moving from Weekly Shonen Jump for weekly chapter releases to Giga Jump, which is still within Shonen Jump. It is one of their brands. So you got Shonen Jump, from my understanding, which is weekly. Then you have a couple other ones. I'm not too sure. I remember there was one that's bi-weekly. Then you got Shonen Jump, I believe is called V Jump or Jump Plus, something like that. That is monthly releases. And then you have Giga. So I'm not now this part. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not sure how exactly it all work, but I just know there are several magazines that Jump posts where you get the weekly anime, the bi-weekly, the monthly, and then you got Giga, which is quarterly, which is 4 releases every year. So that means with the current schedule, we will get our next chapter, Black Clover, in December. I'm not sure what exact date, but from what everyone is telling us, it is going to be in December with the next release of Giga Shonen Jump. There should, and we don't know the exact info of everything. From what we know, is the average chapter of Giga Jump chapter is about 50 pages, which the average chapter of Black Clover was 12, but a lot of Shonen Jump is even less than that. My Hero right now just had I believe I was being told, a 7-page chapter, and so on. So sometimes it can be less than that. So we say the average chapter of a weekly Shonen Jump is 10. So that means we should get about 5 chapters in that time. So in 3 months, or 4, my bad, in December, we should get a pretty much a 5 chapter page, of Black Clover with Giga. So we have that to look forward to. So yes, Black Clover is not being canceled. It wasn't axed from Shonen Jump because it wasn't doing well in sales. It wasn't forced there. I repeat, not getting canceled. We are still get it. The reason why it moved from Shonen Jump to Giga is due to the author's health issues. So, we waited 3 months on a hiatus for this arc, and we're just going to have to wait for another 4 months. And I'm going to tell you, chat, it's probably going to be the best Black Clover we'll ever see because the art style is going to be magnificent with Tabata having plenty of time to write and draw this story. So this is actually a bit of a good thing for the series as a whole, honestly. Since we're still going to get the same amount of story as before, since, Tabata is wanting to end his story the way he wants to and the way he planned. The only difference is he's having more time to actually write this down and make sure it's good. So we should look forward to that. Now, that is, if you're just here for the information on if it's canceled or not and what's going on, that's just sheer information. Now I'm going to get into speculation. Now, if we get into speculation, there's a lot of theories going on about, apparently, from what I am being told from many sources, that Giga Giga manga. So any series in Giga is moved to Giga. Usually lasts anywhere from 4 to 5 chapters, with the most being 7. So there's a lot of like people freaking out right now, being like, "Oh no, we're only getting 200 pages. That's not gonna be enough to explain the story. Oh no, what will we do? We're only getting 5 chapters of Black Clover." Well, as I said earlier, the average pages of a Black Clover manga is 12. The average of Giga is anywhere from 50 to 60 pages. So we say we take the bare minimum and say that we're going to get 50 pages per chapter. And the average Black Clover page from what I was reading was 12. And we just, do some simple division. So we say we only get the 4 chapter, bare minimum. We're working with bare minimum numbers here. So we take 50 times 4, which equals 200. Divide that by 12 equals 16.666. We just round that up and say we get in 16 chapters worth of content here. So if we look at the current, remember, this is the current art of Black Clover is about halfway through it. So people need to remember that. It ain't like, oh, this is the start of the arc and we are only getting these couple chapter 4. We've been through this arc for a while already. So if you combine the current number of we have so far, which was, I believe, like 30 something. I already did the math here, but anyway, this arc from these number estimates will be in total 53 chapters long, which is not that bad because if you look at the Sage Saga, I just looked at it. The Sage Saga from the time skip to the end of the Sage Raid arc, so like after they beat Lucifero right before this new Wizard King arc, was 102 pages long. I mean, not pages, my bad, chapter long. Which is like, oh wow, we're only getting half of that? Well, do keep in mind that the Spade Saga was cut up into 2 parts. You got post Spade Raid and then post Spade Raid. I mean, no, pre-Spade Raid, post Spade Raid. So you got the time skip where, you got everyone through the time skip and then they get attacked by the Dark Triad, the fight with the Dark Triad, the people getting kidnapped by the Dark Triad, and then after that you have a couple chapters in between, and then you have the raid. So honestly, with it being the Wizard King arc, being 53 pages with a bare minimum, by the way, this is all speculation, this is a bare minimum, worst case scenario possible, this arc is going to be somewhere around 53 chapter long. Now, let's say we'd be generous to say that the average Shonen Jump chapter is 10 pages long, and we say instead of getting 50 pages, we're gonna get 60 per chapter, and instead of saying we're getting only 4, let's say we're gonna get 6, which is like the record. Some people are saying. And we put it right there. So if Black Clover set a record, it should be anywhere. I believe it was 6 or 7, but we just say it's 6. So we get 6 chapters. Time that, we should get 360 pages. If we divide that by 10, that will be worth 36 chapters. So if we do that, then we just quick second, do some math. So let's see, that would be 36. So we would just double our current arc of this saga so far. So it'd be a total of 72 chapters long would be the Wizard King. So pretty much if we get, like I said, the best case scenario of 60 pages, 60 chapter, and I'm talking about theoretical best of limited. This is still limited, but I'll explain that later. So say we get 6 chapters with 60 pages, we will double our current content that we have of current Black Clover of this arc. So that's not that bad. And so let's say that it ends in 36 chapters. We are currently on chapter 368 of Black Clover. So we just do some quick math, let's see, we take 368 and plus 36. And we get a total of 404. So we get a 404 chapter at the end of the series. And this is assuming there's no other stories. There's nothing else there. That's the very end of it. There we go. That's not that bad. Hell, let's look at this. All right, how long was Bleach? Bleach manga. So if we look at Bleach, which is a very good anime, one of the big three, Bleach was about 687. So it's shit, not quite as long as Bleach, but it's pretty up there. And honestly, that's pretty good for an anime, honestly, because if you take Demon Slayer, I remember Demon Slayer was very short, which is one of the best manga there ever been. Demon Slayer was 205 chapters. God, Demon Slayer was a short manga. But anyways, yeah, Black Clover will be fine. All right, there's a lot of people doing scrolling lately. I just wanted to come in with the information there. Personally, now this is my opinion. This part of the video will be my opinion. What's going to happen due to the fact that Tabata went to Giga on his own free will and own choice, talking to his editor about ways for him to have more time to work on the series to end it properly and tell the story he wants to. They just end with his own health and family health in mind. They suggested him to Giga. So there's a good chance that instead of being only 4 to 6 chapters long, like people are speculating, we could have more, because most series that goes to Giga are there to end and die off due to Jump, force them off of weekly or force them off of monthly because they want to drop the series. Black Clover isn't being dropped. They're not forcing it so they can drop it. Black Clover is moving there due to the author wanting more time to work on the series, and with Black Clover being as hype as it's always been, at top its popularity has always been. Hell, the movie that just came out is so good, Netflix is still like meat writing that movie. Like, Netflix itself is dick writing Black Clover all the time in their tweets on social media, despite that the movie been out for well over a month or two now. So the movie is doing really well as a sale. The IP of Black Clover itself is doing damn good. So I doubt that Shonen Jump is dropping it and what it is. And as we stated with the facts, Black Clover is being moved there due to Tabata wanting to move it there. So with the fact that this is a special case and not a normal case, there's a good chance we could probably get 12 chapters. And let's just say we get 12 more chapters of 60-page long chapters. That's 72 pages. We divide that up to an average chapter of Shonen. That's 72 chapters. Right there. We just got. So there's still plenty left doing. And Tabata did say himself that he wanted to wrap up this arc the best way he can, because we're getting to the climax. But people need to remember, there's a difference between ending and climax. Now, this could be due to translation issues, because you gotta remember, we're translating Japanese to English, and not everything translate well, and Japanese is a very, very suggestive language. So, a climax is the high point. So, we're meeting the climax of the fights of the arc, which is the entering. For example, when Asta and started the fight with the Word Demon, that was a very long fight. Technically, the climax was when Asta and Yudo start fighting. That was the climax of the arc. And that was a very lengthy fight. So there's still plenty of content to the story. So there's plenty of content. So do keep in mind, there's still a lot left to the series for the author to tell us. So not only is there plenty of content for the rest of this arc, Tabata himself said there was more stories he wanted to tell, which is, it could be anything with the Earth Spirit, with Astaroth. So there's still a lot more to do. So do keep in mind, Black Clover's not over. Keep your chin up. I wanted to make this video for my fellow Black Clover fans who are just depressed over this, because I can feel that, man. I love this series, so I understand your feeling. So at the end of the day, chin up. Things will work well. And if you made it to this far in the video, I just want to say, if you can, please like the video, sub, and before we end things, I just want to call a couple people out, because I promised them I would, because why not? Let's have some fun. So the first person I want to call out is someone on Twitter who is named Friend, or their Twitter handle is ifritjim Jigoku. It's very long, it's hard to say. But anyways, Friend. That's right, Fred, I'm talking to you. I'm tired of your Noel slander, my friend. So because of you, I'm going to be making a video on Noel to defend the Silvas. So that's like, you son of a bitch. No more slander of the best girl in manga. The second person I want to call out is Broku. That's right, you bitch. the figurehead of Black Clover currently, the best Black Clover YouTuber I can think of, Broku. And I just want to say, I'm coming after you for also slandering the Silva household, because your slander of Nozel is getting out of hand, my friend. So I'm going to make a video for you first next week to call your bitch ass out for slandering Nozel, who is one of the best character in Black Clover. So I'm about to fight your ass with my next video, talking about how Nozel is very underrated. So that's right. I'm coming for you, man. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Have a good night. And remember, stay toasty.